Yeah.
broken.
Yeah, but that was super dope, super dope.
Looks
Happy anniversary around the moon. I mean, around the moon, around the sun. Happy, next birthday coming up. This is a powerful year for 48. I'm gonna
yeah.
be 48 this year myself.
Okay.
On the 7th. So yeah, I'll be celebrating the 48 with you.
Cool.
A big love. Y'all show some love for Marianne.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Kelly, I don't see you. Oh, I hope we didn't miss you, but thank you for coming. All right.
Oh, but she did say she was going to end up tapping out. I don't. Hopefully, we didn't miss her. Things happen, but we love her. We know that. Let's keep this energy moving. Y'all open up your hearts and your mics and show some love. Whisper, are you ready? Yes. Y'all open up your mics and show some love for the Whisper Poet.
Whisper, whisper. Yeah.
Go ahead,
And
whisper.
thank you so much. So some of y'all know that I just got back from a trip from Texas, and I drove from North Carolina to San Antonio, passed through Louisiana, and I had never been on the stretch of I-10 that goes from Lake Charles, Louisiana, through Houston and into San Antonio. And if you are familiar with that area, you know that that is an area where there is petrochemical refining. And I did not know that. And I was horrified. And I'm sorry if I'm offending anybody who lives in Texas. I was horrified by the hideous ugliness of it. I mean, it was terrible. And so I took down a bunch of notes. I was literally voice recording thoughts as I was driving and sort of word dumped them into my working notebook, and I've been throwing them together. So this is a piece in progress. It's probably going to need editing. Nemo, I'm going to need your help with this probably. Nemo is my editor. He's awesome. So anyway, I don't have a name for this. So here we go. The road is jagged between Lake Charles and Houston. The I-10 is a seemingly endless stretch where the concrete barriers are stained with creeping black sludge patterns. Stunted trees, twisted, sporting odd handfuls of graying moss. This apocalyptic roadscape is a forbidding promise of the horror that lies ahead. The chemical stain of a crucified Jesus is tattooed on a concrete bridge support as if his blackened bloodstains herald the sins I am about to see. It is an exercise in fortitude to keep my foot to the floor, to force my way forward. I wonder idly, am I leaving the bounds of the known world? So strange is this stretch of road, this broken road to nowhere, towns in everywhere Texas, railroad spurs from somewhere filled with aging abandoned rail cars that look as though they will never go anywhere, trapped in stasis, the entropy echoing eerily against the piles of gravel and stacks of pipe bordering the bouncing, jagged road. It is surreal in its ugliness. There can be a noble quality to ugly. Beyond the detritus of this orgiastic decay lie the neighborhoods. 2,500 square foot houses crammed cheek by jowl on the barren postage stamps placed so close to each other one imagines oil-stained children leaping roof to roof. Innocence amid the evil. Modern day mill houses built to induce the workers to stay in this hellish place, literally named sulfur. They sit baldly proclaiming charmlessly to all who pass through this place, look how we prosper. See our American dream in all its cardboard mansion glory. East Texas fell out of the ugly tree and hit every branch on the way down. And that was before we ripped Gaia's daughter open and sucked her dry. There is no nobility here. Like a cold Coke after a hot slice of pizza, we have sucked her dry. On the shoulder to the right, another concrete barrier with a spindly row of sickly crepe myrtles standing, branches naked and blackened. Lipstick on a pig cannot distract from these hideous atrocities. Ahead, smoke pours from sky-high exoskeletons bolted onto the scabbed surface of the earth. The morning sun glints off of the shiny metal. These bizarre shapes, an alien horrorscape that makes no sense to the unprepared, unexpecting, untrained eye. Metal ticks cling like metallurgic keloids to Gaia's hide, scabs on Gaia's knees. We have infected her with the disease of our greed. We are a first world country, drunk on our own hubris, displaying with pride these hideous superstructures, these exoskeletons of excess. A nearby bridge sports graffiti. It looms like a monorail above us, a fat cat skyway to a room where our apocalyptic future is mapped out on a chessboard of diamonds floating in a lake of black gold. Tomorrow I leave for the pure air of Montana. Maybe close to the heavens, I can convince myself that I am not a party to this catastrophe. Sorry, I know that was kind of disjointed. Like I said, it needs some work, but that was the rough draft of those thoughts. And I have another quick one I would like to share. And this one was actually prompted by my friend who lives in Montana. I am leaving for Montana on Saturday to stay there for 2 weeks with my friend. And she and I were talking on the phone a few weeks ago, and she was talking about there's no snow. It's warm. This is all weird. It's global warming. And so I wrote this. This is called Slaves to Hydroponics. We have raped our oceans and violated the land. We have locusted the planet. Should have had a better plan than to just take without care or thought. Our custodial duties are an honor, never noblesse oblige. Gaia, our cherished mother, never a mistress discarded and dripping with the seed of our careless Congress. I am torn between her ineffable beauty and the horror of her scarred countenance. How could we have perpetrated a Vicky Vale on our beloved? We are all jokers who perpetrated an evil too great to see any humor in what we have done. We live on a dying ball of fire whose fire we failed to stoke, and instead we made it ash and tore it down until it broke. It is December, and there is no snow in Montana tonight. Thank goodness we invented hydroponics. Whisper.
Good
Y'all open up
shit
y'all
tonight,
mic.
Whisper.
Mhm.
Wow.
Amazing, really
variety.
phenomenal.
So much
The
in those pieces,
atmosphere
yes.
you've created.
Beautiful.
And
Beautiful.
again, I'm sorry if I offended anyone who is from Texas. I know we have CP. I know you are from Texas. If anybody else, so I don't want to be an ass about it, but just I was so horrified by what I saw. Clearly, it came out of my pen. So thank you for the space, guys.
No, it was a remarkable truth. Like we all have our experiences, and we see beauty in things as well as we see the ugly in them as well. Um, you know, I'm big about my home. I'm from New York. I'm living in the South, but I'm big about my home. But I don't I'm not excited to visit it today as I was yesterday because of the changes that. So I understand the energy is a global effect that we all dealing with. The changes, and it's not always pretty. Um, yeah, thank you for the share. Y'all open up y'all and show some love for the whisper poet.
Hell of a right. Hell of a right.
Amazing, amazing.
Amazing.
That was great.
Wow. Very
Ooh.
visual.
Super dope. While y'all loving on the whisper poet, let's go ahead and open up our mics and our hearts and show some love to my Dukes.
Did you say me?
Yes, you.
Oh, me.
Little
Okay.
Dukes, woo!
Hi, guys. This is a recent poem that I've been doing some rewrite on. It's called Red Rover. Fractured painted glass reflects rainbows across sainted pictures of past motivation. Procrastination ain't for the weak. Even strong minds faint in hindsight of loss. Counts cost of family trauma related to unstated bonds that leads to loss of relations. Because stagnancy pauses healing of because stagnancy pauses healing, causes immobility of the transitional kind. The blind leads the blind to the inevitable cliff of decisions, and one wrong move causes oblivion for the closed-minded. Waking up and making up leads to breaking up the stained glass of the third eye that cannot see and will not allow the collective we to overcome and adapt as we Red Rover ourselves to assimilation, collecting bastardized versions of who we are when no one else is looking. Private eyes privatize public personas of human dignity, while imagination is left panting on the dried brown grass of normalcy. Never underestimate the lure of the mundane as we pander to the extraordinary fading beauty of youthful exuberance. As we go wading into life headlong over heels, over fields, over ourselves, making deals in the back rooms of our minds to stay away from tombstones and whores as we six-shooter our way through a reality better lived through a computer game than the wildfires of the real world. The day-to-day existence without substance, without depth, brings the depressed to the brink of oblivion while remaining oblivious to the truth within ourselves. Such a simple truth, just past fingertip reach. Life is worth living. End poem. And I have one more. It's a new poem. I actually don't even have a title for it yet, but I wrote it last Thursday in Writing for Wellness. My therapist says fear is like a dungeon, and I imagine myself handcuffed in the dark, malnourished and alone. Thirsting for a spark of light, I lift my head towards a tiny shaft of light from a broken window above, and scream, and scream. Fear and trauma have robbed me of my kingdom come, and their will be done. Between the footprints in the snow that mark the trail from my escape are tiny droplets of my pain. They glisten copper against the starkness of the fresh fallen snow. I run, barefoot, cold and shivering. I run and I keep going and going, away from the disillusioned disappointment of a mother who could only love me through the lens of her religion, while all my life I was losing mine. Sleepwalking through the day to day, suddenly I stumbled upon a red road. Suddenly I stumbled upon a road of red, marked clear by the ancestors, and I landed on faith. And for the first time in my life, fear was afraid. End poem.
Go the fuck in, poet.
What planet birthed you? What planet
Wow.
birthed
That
you?
was awesome. That was dope. For the first time, fear was afraid. Yes. Perfect, perfect, perfect.
Thank you all. Thank you.
Amazing pieces.
Now, first of all, you get kudos for continuing on as the cat bellowed and danced across the screen and you kept going. That was tenacity and that was amazing. And then for your bars, just amazing. They went on and on. A mother who could only love me through the lens of her religion. Just there in the chat. Thank you.
Thank
Beautiful
you.
work.
Thank you.
Great work as always,
And then the
Martha. It's
cat
always
just
awesome
danced.
to hear you. And somebody said, "I see a bear," and I just fell out.
His
That was
name is Bearcat. Literally, his name is
okay. No,
Bearcat. Yes.
okay, now it makes even more sense. It's even more hilarious. But
My
he's
dude,
definitely
show
he's
him. This
definitely
cat has
big.
the
He's a
most
big guy.
beautiful markings.
This is my buddy.
Wow.
Say hi, Bearcat. Say hi.
Is it meow or is it?
Yes, and he does this all day long. I work from home, so this is a constant battle between him and I because he feels his place is right here between me and the keyboard. And that doesn't leave much room for me to type or anything else. But I love it. We go through it every day. It's fun.
Awesome. I love cats. They are very, very unique animals. I love cats more than dogs. I know you don't hear that too often from men, but I love cats. I've always
We
loved.
all men love cats. Sorry.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
Which can I interject
Oh
from
my God. Oh dear God.
well, you know he was gonna wake up from
at some point, right?
with,
So,
with
which
something
can I just
crazy.
make a comment real quick? I know we pressed for time.
But
I'm
of
not.
course, no, come on, brother.
So, just for everybody in here, man, I just want to say this. You know, I've been slam coach of Respect to My Slam since 2016, and for whatever reason, tonight I'm sitting here and me and Snap are talking about the first time Wits got a perfect score at Southern Fried. And this is way off of everything, man. But man, it was such a proud moment to see him actually get a perfect score for the first time and just living in that. So, bro, I just want to celebrate you right quick. I don't even know where that came from, man. We just was talking about it, and I was like, "Fuck that! I'm interjecting. You was a dope ass poet. You took the stage. Nobody believed in you like that as much as you believe in yourself, and you got that perfect score against Slamageddon." Against Slam Charlotte was in that one. It was all the high rollers in that bout, bringing the hard shit, and you still hit them with a perfect fucking score. I'm done for the day. Good night.
I love
Damn,
the brother love.
I wasn't
The
ready
brother
for that
love is
one.
beautiful.
Thank you, bro. You know that was an emotional moment for
Exactly. Talk
us
about
both.
that shit.
Yeah. Yeah. I wasn't expecting that. You got me fucked up off of that one right there, because it kind of took me back. I just recently shared that video with a few people who have never seen it before. It actually was recorded during that Southern Fried that year. Southern Fried, they actually caught the whole video of me performing that piece. Very, very emotional piece. It was my it took me some time to perfect that piece, and I was fighting with it as well. You know the journey, bro. So getting to that stage and that point and being confident in it and delivering it was very, very emotional. And yeah, just to get the embrace from everyone that they received the message the way they did. Just even, you know, it dug deeper. So yeah, you fucked me up with that one. I wasn't anticipating that tonight. You got me in my feelings right now. Love you, big bro, for real. Yeah, I don't know what to say. Let's keep this mic going so far I'll be fucked up for the night. Y'all open up your hearts and your mics and let's show some love to my food dog, Nemo. So,
Nemo,
All right.
Nemo, Nemo.
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 My head's been in a really difficult place the last couple days, so I'm actually gonna let my piano do the talking for me tonight. I'm gonna be doing the first movement of the Moonlight Sonata. Can everyone hear?
Yep. It's really good. It's really good. Oh, wait.
Yes. Yes.
Woo!
Woo, woo, yeah, yeah.
Every time, man. Every time I'm up Nemo, I'm like, maybe he'll play the Moonlight Sonata. Maybe he'll play the Moonlight Sonata. For real, I love hearing you play it, man. Awesome,
Thank you so
awesome.
much.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Oh my gosh, beautiful.
Nemo, you're getting better and better every time you play, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Every time you play is like they said, beautiful, even more beautiful, bro. Yeah, like I put it in the chat, and like it was hard for me to escape my feelings with you playing that rhythm right behind that, man. So yeah, powerful, bro, powerful.
Oh, thank you for the honor.
I definitely needed that vibe tonight, man. I didn't even know it, but I needed that. I needed that a lot. Co-sign, second that motion.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You gonna give us a poem behind that?
Sure. All right, I'll go with what's sitting up here right now. When my mind is fucked and my wife has to send a perfect stranger to pick me up from riding the lightning, I'm sitting in my wheelie chair, and all I can see are the muscles standing out on this man's arm. And I know it's only a matter of time before I vomit on someone. And that's when I realize that I'm crossing over from the bad place to the good place. Because that's what they said would be there on the other side of the lightning. And of course it's gonna burn, because that's what lightning does when it purifies. My bad brain is getting better, because that's what it's supposed to do when it rides the lightning.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, Nemo. Yeah.
Beautiful,
Such
beautiful.
a powerful,
Yeah.
such a powerful image in that line. It's a painting. It's art that just tells the whole story just in the paint, just in the picture. I could see you on a lightning bolt in a painting when you say that. It's just powerful to see, bro. It's powerful.
Thank
I
you.
love it when you read that piece. Thank you for sharing with us as always, man. We love you.
Absolutely. I love being here. Incredible poetry. Amazing room. I'm so glad to be here tonight.
And y'all show some love for Nemo one more time.
Nemo. Yes, Nemo. Amazing.
While y'all loving on Nemo, open up y'all mics and y'all hearts and let's show some love for CP Maze.
Yeah.
CP.
Woohoo.
Yo, Nemo, I needed that, bro, more than you can possibly fucking imagine. This poem, it just so happened for Nemo, I pulled together another triptych. So here it goes. My family tree stalks, granite, planet, gravel, gospel, rooted in gunshot ghettos, brain stems, no seeds, dilapidated was the day of the month I was born in. My family raised cocaine and Abel for profits, the second coming of God's, coming in second waves of a 7-day high on the 1st and 15th of every month. I can still smell the stench of a 38 snub-nosed revolver in my urine. When my mother's water broke, it smelled of slumlord gutters and past due rent, busted veins, broken leases, and pawn shop tickets. Murders brought the family together more than any Easter Sunday ever could. My heartbeats are knocking on the door of a bomb scare, and I should be scared that I'm not. I should be scared that the truth in facts sometimes get sleepy and feel the need to lie down for rest. I should be scared that in 2004, my grandfather died not knowing how to read or write. My family tree is as ugly as a misunderstanding an egotistical God won't quite admit to. Our caskets are fashioned out of petrified shoulda, coulda, woulda, would. Our branches are off from trucks. Our pain pulse, pumps, pulp, produce and push pain out of our skin as sheets of paper, riddled in tattooed ink, skeleton bones fracture funny bones, for death has never been a beautiful joke jotted down in my family tree's fine print, using revelations as an updated resume. Lucifer became my highly trained lumberjack, using Christ as a chainsaw to keep cutting my ugly family tree short. I was born bored. I was cardiac arrested for heart beating myself with broken nevers, boomeranging back I love yous. I was facing 2 charges of breaking and entering her cold shoulders, searching for an honest truth. Eventually her honor dropped the charges, but other than that, I'm good. I was born bored, with a set of machine gun gums, groomed to one day believe in this gift of gab, the same way strung out ghosts believe in gospel. It's a passageway. It's a time machine. It's a loose cannon disguising itself as a paycheck stub. It's the bully inside the playground of your own consciousness, desperately needing someone else to pick on. It's not being afraid to die. It's because you almost did way too many times before you hit 30. It's a cell phone on a tin can string of lies. It's an I'm almost glad you got away, almost glad I didn't stumble a drunk room full of metaphors into this love-hate relationship my penis has with itself. Damned if you bolt, damn if you nut. It's not giving a fuck to a cheap one. It's not wishing to be young again because your childish temper tantrums never grew up. It's being a rock star. It's being a rock star with rhetoric. It's being a rock star with rhetoric and fasting your words so you may better understand sound. I was born bored, half hungry, half a halo. Half of the time, I feel like I'm halfway on the 2-way street headed towards nowhere. Hold up. I feel like a stick up for yourself kid in a jewelry heist where no one considers me priceless. Hold up. I feel like the other half of a rainbow that only a raindrop born in heaven can see. I feel like the anima holding up a sunflower smile and a snowflake on a young girl's tongue at the same damn time. I feel like autumn right before it gave up the summer. As a matter of fact, I feel like the goddamn colon right before the definition of great. I feel like what's truly beautiful in me is just now starting to crawl. And I'm loving the stumble. I'm loving the shade the same way a hard time does. Loving everything I know like I've learned nothing at all. I'll follow you into tomorrow today, but only if I can finally give up on waiting for it. Poem. Yeah. Yeah. I have a second one. an old when I end up pulling at this international festival, it's called Loaded Dice. I'm Not the One. I wrote it towards the song I'm Not the One by the something brothers. I can't remember the name of the band. The Black Keys. I wrote it to one of the Black Keys songs. It goes like this. Last year, I was voted most likely not to succeed with second chances. Currently, I hold the world's record for most failed attempts at saying, I love you when it counts. I catered all the Merlot, manna, and mustard seeds for the final farewell party Jesus threw at his last supper. Hey, never ask angels auctioning off your prayers if they were just bored and needed something else to do. Last night, I caught a glimmering glimpse of a suicidal firefly flicking off its own light switch and cried. Can't explain why in my second past life I was first to throw Yeshua a baby shower, but I did. Can't explain why he got kicked out of heaven. Maybe hell just knew Satan needed a second job. Can't explain why turning water into wine turned wise men into winos. Maybe Jesus was just being a little too flashy. I'm a gambling, going all in. God's got a good feeling. I'm not playing by the house rules anymore. I'm going to drop a coin inside my slot machine and yank that, never knowing that I brought thunderstorms with me. A poker face player playing with a pair of loaded dice for eyes. I'm a misplaced safe bet. Hey, miracle, call me. Raising money for folk who can't afford to go to heaven, as if Christ forgot what it cost him to get there. I'ma make no mistake, sultry, sexy, top shelf, expensive liquid pour of a river Styx in a dirty wine glass. A firefly pulled off a fifth of lighter fluid, getting drunk in the lighthouse with the lights out. Say I ain't. A missing teeth, midnight, hummingbird's gospel prayer, sung in a lisp that the Lord can't understand. A sunset sitting silently next to several saints in the nosebleed section, searching for God. I am telling marginal from margin to margin. Make no mistake, I am a monster made out of saliva, snake venom spit, mouth of a madman, with a madman's mouth-to-mouth madness of a mind, matching Gandhi's threat. No, my graceful exit sign smile sleeps comfortably underneath the bottom of God's untied shoes. No, I doubt Daddy didn't know we missed our pearly gate curfew because Christ confiscated all of our fake IDs. No, point me to the closest Walmart. I heard Let's Make America Great Again. It's coming with rollback prices. No, point me to the slave trade, whips, slave ships, and slave chains that made that middle passage that made America great. From the jump, Mr. Trump, I can rival a rival on a rival. With Jesus, a Bible, as my only two American idols, I keep in my rifle, follow behind you and find you acting childish. I will pedophile you the last time my self-worth left Earth. It's Sunday brunch came back with skeleton bones as a snack. Last night, I caught a glimmering glimpse of a suicidal firefly flicking off its own light switch and cry. Thank y'all. Fuck Nemo, you got me going the fuck in, Nemo. Appreciate y'all.
Shit,
Wow.
y'all was off your mics.
Whoa.
That silence was perfect. You needed a moment of silence after that.
Wow.
Just so much
Real, man.
to absorb.
Mm, mm, mm.
Speechless.
Phenomenal.
Is that what you fucking did? You made me speechless? You motherfucker, you?
Yeah. I think it started with Sophia at the spot we were at, you know where we were at the other day. And it's just been snowballing since then. So yeah. Thank you.
No, thank you. My thumbs was too fat to type quick enough to put some of them things in there, but you definitely got a lot of love in the chat as well as in the room. You know that, brother. So thank you for everything.
Appreciate y'all. Fuck. I need a Quaalude, some gin, like something. I
Good
need
shit.
something.
Spin it around the room, goddamn it. Spin it around the room. And I'm sober. So, that's just how serious it is. Y'all show some love for CP Mays one more time.
I think if you just let us be your drug, that'd be good enough for me. How's that? Can you take that with a shot of water?
That works.
No ice.
Come on, CP. Come on. That's what's up. Y'all love up on CP Mays one more time.
Man.
When y'all doing that, open up your hearts and your
Ooh.
minds. And let's show some love for Sophia Balco.
Woo, Sophia!
Yeah.
Yes!
An amazing night of poetry. Amazing night of poetry so far. Wow. So I have two pieces from an unpublished chapbook. Remembered I had. But in all seriousness, this one was written before I was hospitalized for severe depression. So these ones are kind of serious, but I want to debut them because I feel like they should be heard. They should be voiced. They should have a voice. So here we go. My thoughts on sleep meds, ? Take one. These fragmented thoughts, let me just fix my screen on the Zoom. Okay. My thoughts on sleep meds, ? Take one. These fragmented thoughts are like cracked, dead sand dollars, washed up past the shoreline, littering here and there, whereas this destructive force beckoned me as that aged lighthouse was falling into the sea, brick by brick. I wanted to cut my left forearm shallowly to see red emerge, a minute crimson tide, a strawberry-stained white pillowcase, but I didn't believe in ghost or holy ghost. A fancy quilted paper towel would be needed to press down on this cut, leaving beadlets, then scars like a crushed strawberry's guts or a strawberry melting under the too hot sun. Son, he said. He didn't say daughter. I wanted my nightmares to vanish like footprints in the sand at high tide and to instead find peace when the self, can I even claim as mine, was in pieces. Take two. Spectacular suffering, fireworks red, like how I envisioned streaks across my skin from fingernails scratching the surface. It was 3:36 a.m. I checked my iPhone. I was crying for at least 10 minutes straight. Someone might have heard me, even though I tried to cry silently. Thought I heard someone shut their window. This was just not working. However, the slight cool breeze for a moment briefly brought me back to the then now, tickled my feet, broke this too high body heat, a way out of the downward spiral for a moment, realizing my mini air purifier was still going, my AirPods in my ears were still playing, my portable bedside lamp was plugged in. signal charging by that red light. Coincidentally, I also listened to a song shuffled titled 3 a.m. I wondered if I was in the perfect position that many would want to trade places with me. Instead, the future felt bleak, so I turned the other cheek and presented one way to the world, even though life isn't a one-way street. Final cut. I wish this wretched urge was out of my head every night as to not keep me up. Poem 1. Thank you. And the second poem is shorter. Ode to Till I Collapse by Eminem. Godhood, monkhood, prophethood, personhood, unlikelihood for selfhood to still remain despite the state of myself. I've become seeking recovery in the last 2 weeks. The roof of restraint blew up, whereas my nightlight was always charged. I bailed on, too childish. I was checked on by public safety who tracked me down. Yes, my damn legs gave out. Sat on the sidewalk, dazed and phased by the heat sickness again. Public safety happened to drive by and give me a ride back. 10:14, the school year was almost done. 3 IVs, almost my writing hand broken by my own undoing. No one could see the smoke coming out of my ears, or perhaps they could. No, I wasn't high as the sky or apple pie. Fuck nationhood. Depression struck. Still, I wrote not shit but magic. Pray my bones won't collapse. Thank you, everybody, for the opportunity.
Well, thank you, Sophia. Y'all open up your mics and show some love.
Oh my God.
Wow,
Yes.
Sophia. So
Nice.
tell me you
Wow.
wrote that
Class
after.
line.
So good to hear.
Tell me you
Yes.
wrote that after spending some time with CP. Is that how that happened? Were you influenced?
This was before, but CP's awesome, man.
Oh man, it's there. It's there, man. It's there.
Awesome. Very good.
The turn of phrases, the doubling down on the words with dual meanings and then dropping them and then picking it up again. It's good work. It's good work. It's good work. And your soul gets stronger inside your voice doing this. You know, it just it's amazing. It's amazing. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you.
Well said, Cece. It's always amazing to see you all work. And I know we all influence each other some way, somehow, by sharing these spaces. So I'm gracious of you all continuing to be here and keeping this room. Yeah, y'all show some love to Sophia one more time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank
And
you.
while y'all loving on Sophia,
Woo, woo, woo.
open up y'all hearts and y'all mics and let's show some love to Kazi Kaz.
Hello, hello, everybody. How's everybody tonight?
Kazi, woo!
What's up? I hope everybody's good. All right. So I have 2 pieces for y'all tonight. This first one, this one's titled Living in a Dream. I'm living in a dream, one from which I hope to awaken, a dark nightmare which I hope to survive. But if in this dream my life happens to be taken, still I'll know that I'm very much alive. Energy itself has lost a lot of power from its physical exertion in trying to make me weak. Nonetheless, my residual stamina shall be made manifest just enough to enable me to speak. 1 + 1 usually equals 2. When it doesn't, something just don't add up. It is with that simplistic of a logic that I live my life. I believe everything I don't see. My truth is my tribulation. Many lies throughout time have been more true than so many of the truths ever told. Most people thirst for value while I hunger for worth. They roam the heavens while I remain under the earth. Who do you see when you look at me? I see you when I look in the mirror, for you are a reflection of me. For we are now face to face. So stare into the eyes of my soul so that you can hear the song that my spirit sings. In the blink of an eye, an entire life could be lived. So I wouldn't even wink. for we are only on here but for a split second. Our scars reveal the idle hands of time's convalescing sands, as clocks chronologically watch our wounds while they heal. The trials of our errors divide the lines between a fluke and the constant pursuit of our endeavors. They truly are the truths which should be truthfully treasured, as facial waterfalls flow with cascading tears while travailing life's taxing terrains, eventually crashing down into the climactic zeniths of the abysmal chasms which deeply house the in-depth introspections of a profound catharsis. But in the presence of my existential evanescence, my essence evanescence is my heart's predestination, vulnerably subject to anathematic infiltration, forcing the alienating absquatulation of my celestially terrestrial animation. I represent the unpresented representations of unrepresented presentations, which presently present these unprecedented predications, which I present to y'all with no hesitation. And I do this out of respectful dedication to the all in all, which is the edification I walk in when I walk the talk I talk in. I'm writing while I'm fighting in these trenches of war, like a literary Nazi playing Risk and Yahtzee on the Monopoly board, at risk of being played by this monopoly of Nazis. Yahtzee! The cusp is on the verge of the brink's edge, on the precipice of precariousness, with an emphasis on the various non-hilariously nefarious premises of biases and prejudice, like a Tyrannosaurus Pegasus with no Rex for Oedipus, or a non-commenced Genesis or an enemy's nemesis, concealed in the cracks and fissures of the yet-to-be-revealed crevices, trying to grasp the gravity of the rapidly collapsing calamity of family, which is absolutely no hilarity. We're so far, far away from the dock of the bay of the topic of the day. So say, can you see the thoughts intrusively permeating through the pervasive osmosis, nefariously convoluting inadvertent circumstances to further perpetuate our negative prognosis? Because I have cords that need to be severed as I wearily weather the weather on this road to my endearing endeavor. I'm the breeze in the wind. So when you breathe, realize that you're breathing me in. Like your prodigal next of kin, I'm him. Thank you. And for my next poem.
Oh my God. Wow.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Okay, this is actually new shit. This is titled, excuse me, The Poem That Never Was. I want to ABC the DEs of your FGs so that I can HI the JKs of your elemental Ps. Then I'll Q the RSTs of the U's in your V's while Wing the X's of the Y's in your Z's. Wording letters into sentences which run on paragraphs, which I might add, subtract the multiplied divisions of my fractions algebraically triggered geometry. Now you can calculate the geometry of my being sorry for forgiving your apology. I'm realizing whom I've always been while being told I never was or ever will be, but you could never kill the real me. In my tree, I'm the positive skepticism of my family's nepotism defense mechanism, like plagiarism's eloquently elegant exorcism. I'm next of kin to the symphonied similes of metaphorically orchestral soliloquies which proficiently prohibit the indubitably iniquitous indignities of my perpetually prolific proclivities, emancipating my freedom's liberties from the ramifications of their consequential repercussions, which came with no compunction, instructions, or introductions, just delusional illusions and accusatory assumptions. Meanwhile, I'm manufacturing poems to distribute to my vocal cords for mass production's mass consumption. I'm starving hunger's famine by going ham, cheesing the Colgate smile from here to denial, which so many are in, accusing blame's guilty culpability of being at fault for liability's sin. Bad decisions scapegoat so as to bypass admissions of mistaken errors and blatant terrors. I'm denying plausibility's irresponsibility. Because even if I lie to you, I'm telling the truth. So pick the selection that you decided to choose. I opt to let loose so I can rock-a-by the clock into the truce with no hands, luring the minutes, seconds into busy intersections of wrist-watching, tick-tocking sands of time span standing still, while ages of epic errors fight to acquit my absolved exonerations, which is still running up quite the bill, causing the planets to bounce off the moons of Saturn in grandma knitted quilted patterns, somewhat ripped, shredded, torn, and tattered. Ill. I sent the grievance to the spaz of the unsightly face of hysteria. It's truly repugnant, his twisted plan. One flagrant, swear to God, really pitiful, who literally has been dropping the ball. Because see, while Eve was eating Adam's apple, Eden was nowhere to be found. Meanwhile, Jill was on the hill jumping Jack and Jehoshaphat with the pail of water she fetched from the stretched depths of hell's back and beyond the ponderings of yonder's wildest imagination. So I sat there wondering, maybe I'm missing something that I missed for nothing. But I'm executing revolutionary resolutions for retributional restitution, hence evolutions ergo, allowing my prestos changos to see the prestige which my abracadabras hocus to pocus. Voila. Thank you.
Woo!
Wow.
Man's got some magic.
Voila, man, weed.
Man has got some magic.
What you can do with words.
Thank you. Thank you, man. I'm just thankful that I can share this with y'all, man, and get this out, man. I thank you so much for the space.
You know, a lot of us have to spend a good portion of our lives getting out of our own way, but I think something you got out of your way before you had to, I think, or something. I don't know, but it's all good.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Appreciate that, man.
Kazi, that you went in on those, man. Both pieces was heavy, man. You had so much in there. I started reaching for my dictionary, but I said, you know what, I'm gonna leave it over there and I'm just absorb the work right now. You definitely put it down, though, brother. Thank you as always.
I had to turn on the caption just so I could read some of the words there. That helps.
Wow. I appreciate that so much, y'all. Thank you for the love, man. Thank you so much. Word.
That's what's up, man. You know we love you, bro. Keep sharing that. Keep working. And keep bringing that energy to your family, man. We here for you.
Thank you.
That's what's up. Y'all show some love to Kazi Kaz one more time.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Kazi. Woo!
Kazi, yeah.
Thank y'all.
Yeah.
Thank y'all. Thank you.
That's what's up. And while y'all loving on Kazi, open up your hearts and your minds and show some love to my brother, the amazing Coach Charles Smalls.
Yeah.
I wrote this piece while Nemo played the keys. As poets, we find words that fit in spaces we don't even own. So I've learned the word thief or thieves rhyme with the word poems all day. I remember you happy, peeling back the scar tissues like candy wrapper. You used to love challenges, no retreat, no surrender. You made angry people mad, made hypocrites ask for a second chance. I remember the days they didn't like you. So they drug your 8 hours into 16, but even that was a prompt, a metaphor. Since time had motion, you turned ink into weaponry, shouldered dirty water like a broken spring. You were a foreign language to backbiters, a shahada to non-believers. I found a God in you, even when devilish meant wet your fingers. I don't know a golden child, nor a rod becoming a staff without permission, so I bow to your reflection. Turn my broken promises believable. I sit back and now I watch people steal from you. Open mouths and hands that praise your face while claiming your money for themselves. I'm beginning to realize who you are. From which kingdom your footsteps are missed. I know no one forgets you. Your hands, your tone, your voice, or your ink pen. I cannot forget your person, the one standing before everything cowards wish they could steal. You are a God's-man. G-O-D. They don't make them like you, bearing wounds metaphors cannot know. I speak everything you bury behind your pupils. You see, I know those tears best because I'm tired of shedding them. I'm writing this poem before a glassless mirror, holding a loaded handgun in an LZ that's taking heavy fire. I'm on the other side of the other side, choosing when to jump rope before I jump ship. See, if this boat's going down, I'll promise to keep my captain's hat on tight. Let me bury these weapons before I unleash them perfectly. See, if I was a Jesus freak, I would simply say hallelujah. But at this point, I'm planning to write my own fucking Bible because you don't get it. As a matter of fact, most of you don't deserve this shit anyway.
Yeah.
What
Wow.
the fuck? Yo, y'all opening up your mics. He said he only wanted to do one, and I didn't know the impact on that one was gonna be big as 10. Wow, wow.
Wow.
Tonight's the night. Tonight is a hell of a night, gentlemen and ladies.
Bro, a lot of lines, and to
That was
just
amazing.
write that just now, and especially listening to what Nemo was playing. Yeah, I need to hear that together. I need to hear that over that rhythm.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Yeah, I'd love to do that.
Y'all show some love to my brother, Coach Josh Smalls, one more time.
Woohoo!
Amazing, coach.
Yeah.
Woo! Woo!
Woohoo!
With that being said, y'all open up y'all hearts and y'all mics and let's show some love to Debbie. See how.
Hey.
Thank
Hey.
you.
Debbie, yeah.
My first time gonna spit some words here. I have been here to observe and listen and share and feel the feelings. So I wanted to read something that's new, but like really good because you guys are really good. So if I do say so myself, it's a sestina. So it's got a really nice sound to it just because of the form. And I call it When Night Falls Down the Stairs. In the basement is a prison of memories, and it grew in your mind the world wasn't real, only an idea. And like a virus, it was contagious. You kept telling yourself what you already know. Like an infinite staircase, you can't exist in the real world. It was dark when you carved a path down to the basement. There you can see the abyss transcends the basement. You wonder, have I gone to the abyss or just gone nuts? How do I drop a belief in reality without gravity? What do you sense or feel and not just know? You had locked something away deep inside. The truth that one can break free is contagious. What the human mind conceives is contagious, reminding you of what you saw in the basement when the infinite staircase is viewed from the inside. Though one sidelong glance from the outside drives you nuts. At the top step was a simple idea which you and I both know. It is death to escape. You can't die in a dream at the bottom. So it grew in your mind that there is no bottom, and the notion this world is not real was contagious. Because a person who doesn't get out doesn't know. Norman Bates's mummified mom is in the basement, and a Ouija board and piñata is a nightmare factory for nuts, rodents, snakes, and bats when darkness comes inside. It seems you must embalm the cryptid from inside, but your broken scalpel doesn't work at rock bottom, and old John the baker is always lurking amongst the nuts. Wait, those aren't normal flies. Are they contagious? What's that smell? Why is it so dark in the basement? Did that cryptid in the cage just move? Do you know? Destroy the mutant creature you don't know. Gestate the human monster from the inside, where it is gripped by the spirit of the basement, where it will dig deep in the trenches and hit the bottom. Oh, let this be the spirit of the times, contagious. Cryptids hissing in the dark will drive the true self nuts. Thank you.
Woo,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah.
Man, awesome.
Thank you
Yes.
for being inspired.
Yes.
And thank you for digging in and sharing with us tonight. Much needed your energy. I almost felt like Yoda was saying that much needed your energy was.
Oh, thank you, Debbie. Wow. Very powerful. Love it.
Definitely great work. Let's listen to some music if y'all don't mind. Y'all open up y'all mics and y'all hearts and show some love to Debbie one more time. And while y'all loving on Debbie, let's show some love to CC of Chakra.
CC.
TC.
Woo!
Okay, what's gonna happen here is I'm a dreamer. Guilty, motherfucker. So what I did is I called CP and I said, I have an idea. I've never seen it before. I don't know if it's ever been done. And we have absolutely no idea what's gonna happen. He said, yes. I'm gonna start playing. He's gonna start talking. And I might throw a word in there here and there. So if you could put a split thing and make that happen, and if CP, you could unmute yourself, give me a few minutes to find a little sound. Is this gonna happen?
Oh yeah. I buried more metaphors in Alabama, put cotton and Negroes in the ground. I've buried enough heartache and simile strung out where the demons hang out, where I can put my whole soul out on side streets. I never believed in writer's block because I've known way too many who slow rock on writer's blocks. I've seen way too many do the dance of many men, so many men. 50 Cent is like half a key. Don't get me started up on what wouldn't. I can talk my family bloodline until my line runs heavy in the streets. DC, talk to me.
Here comes the money. But tell me now, do you really need any so you could afford to die?
I'm not rich enough, bitch or bitch enough to complain enough to find myself dad, poor dad. 7 habits of highly effective people. I can give you Tupac's Me Against the World. I can give you a Christina and a Villanelle. I can give you a haiku built off a halo, crooked and busted. Come inside open mic and trusted that you would give me duct tape for my cracked halo. No, did tonight. I've been picking a fight with what's wrong and right with my insight, with what I should be believing in. I don't know if I've lost my soul to sin or if my sin is just starting to begin. Marry me a G-H-O-S-T right after the holy. Fuck. I'm a Holy Ghost toasted in the fuck. I feel like I can't get past this 16 with a fucking that pack. Fuck. I don't give a fuck. I'm not rich enough to die poor, but I'm poor enough, not rich. Ain't that a bitch? Talk to me, CC.
I could have all the money in the world and give it to you, but tell me now, is it enough for you to tell me that I could afford to die?
Is it enough for you to tell me don't see color, but count how many colored brothers you have? Is it enough for you to tell me that only God can help me? Is it enough? What happened to food stamps? Now we're on WIC. I miss the Coke. I miss the cheese grits. I miss the food stamps when I could take them to the corner store and walk out with some garbage pail kid cards. Oh, the old school cinnamon rolls with the strawberry swirls in the middle. Oh, I miss the pixie stick stuff. I miss the big league chewing gum that I would put in my mouth like stuff. Oh, I miss the old school. I miss sugar water and sugar posted on butter on top of bread and put in the oven as toast. I miss so much of my past because I'm trying to be a ghost with holy in front of it. I'm not gonna take up too many of y'all time. Thank you. Who's naked up in there? Who's naked up in there?
Who be naked up in here?
Wow.
CP, I
Amazing.
would just like to say, go away. Go away. You're making everybody look bad.
That was perfect.
I'm sorry, I mean,
Wow.
fantastic. Wow.
Yeah.
It was fun. Shout outs to CC for the idea.
Woo!
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey.
Yeah, look whose
On
heart and
another
soul
note.
did most of the work. I love you, man. It's
Likewise, brother. Crazy night,
just me and
y'all.
Nina just kicking in the background here.
Yeah, love you both. Again, you
That
know,
takes
the
a prayer for
inspiration
you
that
to
we have
say
for
yes
each
to
other.
that idea on the fly. Thank you.
That's what it's all about, man. You know, and I'm good to hear that collaboration together, man. Again, on the fly is what it's about. Being impressionable and showing each other that that's what we mean to each other. You know, you impact me and you make me want to push myself. So I
I
love
gotta
it.
say,
I love it.
Who Be Naked up in here was the inspiration.
Wow, wow, wow. We all are for sure. We all are for sure, man. I love y'all for real. Okay, I didn't get nothing from that last request that I sent in to see if this person wanted to share. So we're gonna move on. This might be our last poet here. Y'all open up your hearts and your mics and show some love for CC and CP Mays. And when y'all loving on
Damn.
those
Woo!
two amazing
Yeah.
brothers,
Yeah.
Incredible.
Fantastic.
while y'all loving on those two brothers, open up your hearts and your mics and let's show some love for AJ Houston.
AJ.
Yeah, AJ.
Hey, Jay.
Hey, peace and blessings. What's up? Can you hear me?
We hear you
Can you hear
well,
me?
brother.
Okay, cool.
Loud and
Thanks.
clear.
Okay, I just want to say tomorrow, Price is Black and myself, Black Noise and myself, we're having another fundraiser for his daughter, Tamaya. She attends Fisk University, and we're trying to raise the fees for her out-of-state fees for Fisk for this semester. And we're going to update what we raised last week. We're going to have a marathon open mic beginning at noon on AJ Word Artist page tomorrow on IG, noon Central. So here we go. So I have this piece on the read. Title piece is Surrender. I would love to say she had a gun, A knife, a rifle, a Winchester. Held it to my temple, say I wasn't caught off guard by the conversation and her finger point. Her nail game was tight. She told me she did it herself. I keep wanting to scream. I was mugged. It was robbery. She learned from the best magicians how to perform the most astounding magic. Her hand-eye coordination was top-notch. I want to say she had the only key to my rib cage, opening with the quickness. The only time in my life I wasn't paying attention. Took my heart, left every beat in rhythm. I would love to say I always carry a white flag just in case and didn't shred my favorite t-shirt, then wave it uncontrollably with both hands as proof to her I surrendered. You ever gave up before giving up? Gave her gift, wrapped everything I needed in me to sustain life because I knew from the very start she was everything I needed to breathe. Everything scientists proclaim we need to sustain life. I would love to say loving is easy, but it's not. Tell you how hard it is to love, but it's not hard to love when you love hard. Whole love gripped hands, feet, and teeth. Tell you we frolic. But some days it's impossible to feet forward. To left, right, left when we're running late, walking early, going to breakfast, lunch, dinner, shopping, talking over each other. Can't wait for the sound to dissipate before words leak prematurely from our tongues. I would love to say it didn't hurt when I stretched these bones to force enough room for her to reside inside the skin. The same skin heaven made to fit one human perfectly. You don't know what love is until the only thing you know is love. Don't know how I love you when you're gone, when you're here, while you're sleeping in the other room at the store. You don't know what love is until it's unfamiliar, until it expands too large to fit in the spaces I had reserved, until it hurts to think, to smile, to laugh, to breathe. This love, yes, this one. Not like last time. Nothing like last time or the time before that, or wishing on shooting stars or rainbows or wishbones. So much better than the one the palm reader told me I would find. You won't know love until you bury this one so deep in your chest. Heaven marks it a treasure. Until you declare this one holy. This love be the hallelujah they sing in church, the one the choir always turns into a praise dance, the kind of blue mouths painted with his stick. This that love, the one they teach in 16-step programs. Group therapy ain't got nothing on us. This that love history we're not right. Maybe called and labeled the critical love theory. This love be the love I watched a host of writers render a gallant effort to pin on the big screen. This that love, every romance novel keeps trying to tell, but they're not us. This that one they search for on dating sites. The love they attend prayer sessions and prayer circles to pray for. The love people see when we arrive, when we leave. When we drive fast, drive slow, this that love carved in caves on the walls, written about in figures undecipherable in Khufu, in Mangari, and Giza. I would love to write. I borrowed these words from the ancients. Found this message in a bottle the ocean held for safekeeping. Heard it in scriptures in the wind. I would love to say she had a weapon, drove a tank, carried a howitzer in her purse. I would love to say she arrived all quiet as if she had wings, a halo for a guiding system. She spoke as if her voice was my favorite concert I can only dance to. I would love to say I'm helpless, but I'm not. You won't know love until the only thing you know, feel, and taste is love. I would love to say I was ready. Had my closet renovated, all the skeletons removed their masks and had their clothes on. I would love to say it's easy, but it's not. I can tell you it's worth it. Whatever you consider too much to pay, it's not enough. It would take more. It would take everything you got, every second you think belongs to you. I would love to say she had a weapon. I guess she did. Her beauty be till death do us part. I had another one pulled up, but I lost the page. I dropped it. I read this, and I've never read this one out loud. Title is Wishes, Kites, and Fireflies. Some days it's hard to see my glow in the sunshine. There are nights after pulling sunlight from the depths of pockets void of wealth. I can only remember wishes with wings, how lightning fast they release you, of the possibility of manifest destiny. Maybe that's why most adults suffer serious abandonment issues. Made a commitment to long ago to honor the wind, be it breath or storm. I've stolen enough raindrops to be considered heaven. Sky and clouds are not always out of reach. I've discovered it is a luxury to paint your own rainbow. Using your favorite colors, a lesson of endearment is hearts can never be broken, and love can never be lost. Daily, we find ourselves using our tongues to repeat impossibles taught us by captors. As a child, I fell in love with kites. At first flight, there was something about holding on for dear life by a string. By a string in the feeble hands of a young boy will make you believe in miracles, believe fireflies are just flies that are truly pyromaniacs. Matches are mere nightlights. With the ability to burn your house down, I still remember when the fire truck arrived. Didn't actually claim fault. I still have wishes. I'm pumping full of imagination. It is the only way wishes will ever learn to fly. I always keep a kite in my left front pocket. You never know when the wind will require your aid. Fireflies and I have a rich history. Over time, I've learned their secrets. They know I have a penchant for burnt offerings, for small sacrifices of endearment, for lighting matches when no one is watching. I have every wish I've ever wished on speed dial. You never know when opportunity will arrive, open palmed and ready. Don't forget, painting rainbows are your job. If no one explained in detail the duty of clouds, their only purpose is to steal your thunder and monitor the wind, because not all humans know how to fly.
Beautifully written, AJ. Y'all open up your mics and show some love.
Yeah.
Woo!
Wow.
Yes. Love the words. Love that work. His work is impeccable.
Yeah, definitely dope. I'm trying to keep up with things going on in the chat as well as some of the faces on the screen. Y'all forgive me. I'm trying to work this thing through my phone, so I have missed a couple. So we're gonna double back, and I think we got about 3 or 4 more artists. So hopefully y'all can hang in there with us. We can get these last artists in and get them some love. All right. Well, thank y'all for riding with us tonight and keeping the energy strong in this room. I love the way that we all bouncing off of one another as far as the energy goes. Y'all are amazing. Let's show some love one more time to our brother AJ Houston.
Yes. Yes.
AJ.
Yes.
While y'all loving on AJ, open up your hearts and your mics. Let's show some love to Teresa.
Teresa Rose.
Hey, woo.
All right.
I
Woohoo!
don't have a lot of
Hey.
voice, so I may lose it halfway through, but I'm gonna see what happens. This is when I wrote from New York when I'm at the poetry festival and me traveling around after. Listen to the rhythm of the rain splashing on the steamy, dark streets of the city that doesn't sleep, the city that in every corner has a story I will not begin to tell, only mine when I am here, lost in tunnels with a pickled guide who uses Google or God to find our way through the muddy waters, puddle jumping to the next train squealing to an elongated screech, grinding those brakes, blind brakes on the poetry track. Saxophone is busking louder as we approach and fading away in the distance. Subway turnstiles jabbing me in the gut. Once younger could jump, now faded away. Stopped by the time to catch the last train home as the full moon illuminates the night sky. Gotta have the moon in there.
Yeah, I love the
Long
moon
live your
being in there.
I
voice.
I think
love
it
it.
definitely took me back home to New York and those train rides. The train will take you all over the city. I don't care where you at. The train to get you there. Thank you for that piece. I appreciate that energy.
Thanks for squeezing me in.
We here for everybody. The last thing I want to do is have a voice missed in the room, especially those who have been here through the entirety of the show, like yourself. So I appreciate you. And I'm glad we got to hear from you tonight.
Thank you.
Y'all show some love to Teresa Rose one more time.
Love it, love it, love the imagery.
Thank you.
Thank you.
They carry your voice.
Get some honey. Get some honey on it. Honey always helps coat the throat, and it also keeps the mucus down. So get some honey in it.
Believe it or not, a really good high-end like European olive oil is good before you go to bed too for the lungs.
That's good information. I didn't know about that. Thank you for sharing that.
Harry. Yeah.
That's what's up. Y'all keep that energy going while y'all loving on Mary. Open up y'all mics and y'all hearts and let's show some love to our brother Christopher. More.
Woo!
Yeah.
you. Yeah, I've had a call from having the flu, and my doctor gave me this medicated Flonase spray, and it's been working wonders for me. For some reason, even though I only had the flu for a few days, the cough lasts for weeks. Ugh, it's so ridiculous after a while. But thankfully,
You're not alone, Christopher. I know someone else that's dealing with that. Even went to the doctor and said, you just got the cough. It's going around. I don't know.
believe it or not, people say COVID is worse, but this cough has lasted longer than my COVID cough did 2 years ago. Just an FYI there. But anyway, I do have new poems since I've been working on a new book, even though I haven't really been coming to open mics that much.
You do, you know, Christopher's been doing that Robin Hood thing too. He's got his own thing going on. So applaud you for that.
Yeah, that's actually been depending on the episode, it goes up and down. Actually, Magus's episode is the highest views that I've had so far for an episode. So I'm thankful for that. So let's see. Okay, I'm going to read from a book that I am currently working on called Bell Spelly Puck. Basically has personal poems mixed with history, since I'm a history nerd. Okay, let me find one right here. This is called Unreconstructed Heart. I was told to never love again. It was for my own safety, the mind said, after what happened the last time. Didn't want another pointless civil war just to end in heartbreak again. So I had to be toned down for the well-being, lest someone took it the wrong way. The mind took 10 years to try to reconstruct me, but every single attempt had failed. It is impossible to reconstruct a rebel that longed for what it never had. And the next one is going to be, let's see here. Proxy. Yeah, I'll do this one. This one is called J'accuse. You said things would get better. You had it all under control, only for it to turn out like hundreds of times before. Do not point your finger at any blonde, brunette, redhead, or whatever. You've been on a cycle for 10 years now that apparently doesn't seem to be working. It is you who gave the crown to empresses. It is you who stoked fires of your own rebellions, and it is you who fooled yourself into a false gilded age. Thank you.
Wow, Christopher, y'all open up your mics and show some love.
Yeah, Chris.
Yeah, that pen is
Yeah.
moving.
Yeah.
Good to hear you again.
Yeah.
Good to hear you. Good to hear you again. Yeah.
Thank you.
I particularly like that first one. That first one was full, sharp, sharp. That pen
Yeah.
cutting up paper over there, bro.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that's from a new manuscript I'm currently working on, probably done by either spring or summer or whenever.
Look forward to it, brother. Look forward to your work.
Thank you.
We got
Thank
black
you.
noise in the house.
And thank you for returning for us. What's up, Black Noise? That's what's up. Yeah, thank you for returning for us, Christopher. Like I said, screen is kind of crazy tonight. I should have actually pulled you up earlier. You was the first one in the room, so forgive me
Yeah,
for
don't worry about Mr. Witz, it's fine.
reflection.
Thank
But
you.
I'm really glad you was able to return and give us that work. Love you, bro. Y'all show some love for Christopher Moore one more time.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, Christopher.
Yeah.
Thank you. Awesome work. Thank you.
Really good to see you here. It was a good house.
And Christopher, someone's requesting that you put your IG and information, your social media information in the chat. Thanks.
Yeah, I did see that. I'm typing it right now.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Awesome, great. That's right. Y'all keep connected. Make sure that we stay in touch beyond these screens. And stay on top of what we all got going on as far as projects and shows and pop-ups and all that love. Keep it moving. And stay connected. With that being said, y'all open up your hearts and your mics one more time. Let's show some love to Rainier.
Woohoo!
Woo-hoo!
Howdy, folks. How are you?
Rainier!
Howdy. How are you?
Hello.
Good to see everybody. Some awesome poetry being shared through here. It's been great. Been quietly sitting here listening while working. Yeah, always a pleasure. I'll read a piece from my first book, Life, the Journey of the Soul. And this piece is titled A Battle of the Self. Slow down, dear princess. Turn around. Perhaps look my way. Hold on tight, baby. Don't push me away. It is too easy to walk away. I want to be there, lady, even though hard rains blow my way. Perhaps the hard rains bring the lessons that must be learnt. All I can now do is take each day, walk through each as best I can. Holding my dreams before me, deal with each hurdle. Once I would have walked away, but now my feet stand firm. Perhaps the years on the run have taught me to stay. Then again, maybe my love for you holds me to stay. The scars of yesterday I must leave behind. Step into tomorrow with you on my mind. I'll leave my world of yesteryear. I step into a world that includes you. Slowly, I learn to leave the ghosts of the past. Not always easy. Fears that lay deep within, slowly I deal with. If I were to turn back now, those of my past would win. For then they would succeed, prevent me from knowing myself. The gift of life then wasted, the opportunity I would have to repeat. They say in our Father's mansion, we must all learn there is no escape. What we try to avoid, we only postpone. All doors must be unblocked. There must be no place to hide. The mask of the clown must be crushed, for it no longer fits. The Joker must show his true face, for it is his creator's face. Tomorrow has no guarantee. You could walk on by. I can only take a chance on you, for I cannot answer for you. Fear must no longer defeat me. It can no longer govern me. The power within me I must reclaim. It is of a God unknown to me. Every mountain I must climb, be the master of my own true self. While I hold on to yesterday, there can be no tomorrow. Fear must be overcome. Love I must conquer. The wild winds I rode cease to blow my way. The tired heart that slept must live again, for my soul now calls. I must pick up the sword, win the battle with the self. The chance of you walking on by, leaving a scar in your wake, that chance can no longer deter me. I must face my own true destiny, leaving you to find your answers in your own special way. I must trust in divine power to carry us both through. That's that piece, and I've just got a short piece from that's not in any of the books, and it's called The Path Ahead. Past scars cleansed by life's experience. Habits no longer valid, discarded. Outgrown thinking, willingly dispersed. Baptized in burning celestial fires, the soul rises like a majestic phoenix. What is relevant for the path ahead? My new focus. Live through life's intense learning experience. Lovingly trust in divine plans as they unfold. Surrender power of control over the self in faith. Trust that divine light will shine when it is over. That's it.
Beautiful as always, brother. Y'all open up your mics and show some
Yeah,
love.
right here. Yeah,
Yeah.
indeed.
Great to hear you.
Very good.
Beautiful work. Beautiful.
Thank you, Gift. Thank you. Thank you all.
Wow.
Always a great platform. Unfortunately, with work lately, I've been busy, so I haven't been able to attend every week. Work's been demanding, but yeah, it's always a pleasure. And thank you, Mr. Witz and Nemo, and also Wednesday Invitations for sending me the invitations each week. Even though I haven't been able to make it, I'm really grateful that you have been sending that. Nemo, yourself as well, brother, and Mr. Witz, every week you send them, and thank you. So although I haven't been able to turn up, I really appreciate you extending those invitations.
The love is always there, brother. I do know we have a great time differential. So when you can make it, it's always appreciated. Your energy is always welcome, bro.
Love the energy in the room. There has been some great poetry, and I love that piece with the piano, with the music playing there. And
yeah, tonight's been remarkable. It's been so much. A lot of
pieces.
Yeah,
It was a wing and a prayer. And I appreciate Nemo with the reminders too, because there's so many. Sometimes you forget where to go to look to find the link. So thank you, Nemo.
It is. Thank you, Nemo.
Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate y'all saying that too. I definitely appreciate you, Nemo, for making sure that the invitation is extended beyond my reach. Big love to you, brother. Always keep helping to keep the room. Always.
And to you too, because he gets up at 5 a.m. to do this, and he stays no matter how late it goes. So we got to get you to bed as part of the goal here too. Sometimes.
Yeah. Sometimes it can be a bit, like today was crazy too, but I'm here, man, and I'm gracious to have you all share this time with me. I wouldn't trade that for the world, for real. Yeah, so I appreciate y'all.
And it really helps me because it's easy to lose the day, because today it's actually 3:30 p.m. Thursday for me. So I'm like, so when I see something Wednesday, I've got to remind myself that's my Thursday. Gets pretty confusing.
Yeah, like I said, I know our time differential is great. You know what I'm saying? So
Living in the future, man. You're living in the future.
16 hours ahead. Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
It was funny, Christmas time, like I've nearly finished my Christmas when you guys were starting your Christmas, right? It was, quite.
Where are you ringing?
In Melbourne, Australia.
Melbourne.
Oh, wow. Okay. 16 now. And do you guys use GMT or do you use the UTL, Universal Time Code?
UTR, AEST. Oh, sorry, GMT. So we go by
Not
AEST.
everybody does. I didn't until this started. I didn't realize that almost the Universal Time Code is more common globally.
Well,
Yeah.
good night,
In
Erica.
my-
You didn't want to share with us tonight.
Erica.
You had so many people. It it's 11:33. So I'm like, well,
If you want to
there's
share,
no
I'm here
space.
for you. It's always space for you, Queen. Again, you was one that was here from the beginning of the show as well. I will not slight you. So if you would like to share, we here for you.
Absolutely.
Is someone supposed to go now? I don't want to step on any toes.
I got somebody, but you can come because you was here from the beginning of the show. So
Well, you know me, I'll be quick because you got to go to work and so do I. I'll
right, I
just
know you
share
get
one
up in the
piece.
morning too. But let's get
Yeah.
your love first. Y'all open up your hearts and mics to show some love to Brooklyn in the house.
Brooklyn in the house.
Woo! Woo!
Yeah.
I actually shared this on on Word is Right earlier. It was a piece I just wrote to Poetry Battles. So let me see here. The prompt was uninvited melody. So I guess I'll go with that for the title. Let's see here. Often I reflect on things I would like to forget, but at times I feel it necessary to put myself in my child's place. I'm sure she's attempted to dismiss certain memories and bury them in an abyss of imaginary nightmares. But the reality is that it wasn't a figment of her imagination. Perhaps in her temporary journey through musicianship was a way of escape, unbeknownst to her. In her choice to explore, she was searching for notes to tune out that score of her mother struggling for breath, choking, imploring her for help. She wasn't to be privy to that chorus. It was a spirit, I believe, that led her within an earshot, placing her in that spot 5 feet from tragedy. She couldn't drown it out. It didn't come close to the hymns that her mother sang in church. No 4-part harmony, no organ accompaniment, no pastor, no ushers or congregation to welcome this setting. The atmosphere wasn't ideal for worship, but for horror. Just the drumming of a heartbeat and vocal cords carried across with limited breath. An a cappella please. To be pardoned from hands that did more than strum the pain of its prey. A soloist cry in agony. An uninvited melody, which may potentially be the root cause for the attacks of her anxiety. How I wish I could help her heal. In her short lifespan, she had much to deal with. How I wish I could deal her another hand. But as her mother, all I'm equipped with is prayer and hope that she understands that we really don't have control of anything, that our life is in God's hands. Poem.
Yes, 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 yes. Beautiful. Our lives. Yes.
Yeah,
Nice.
that was
Yeah.
Thank you.
deep and heartfelt. There were so much for um having that vulnerable moment with us and sharing that with us. Powerful, powerful, right?
Thank you, family. Appreciate you guys.
Y'all show some love to her, please.
Woohoo! Yeah, yeah.
And thank you for being with us this whole evening. I know you got an early morning as well, so appreciate you sticking around. Y'all show some love to Erica one more time. And while y'all loving on Erica, please open your hearts and your mics and show some love to my brother, Artie Fox.
Woohoo!
Woo!
Yeah.
Let's go. Artie!
Woo!
We can't hear you yet. Nope. Say something. Now you're on.
Anybody hear him? Still not hearing
No,
him.
he seems to have
No.
just dropped.
I don't
Did we
even
lose
see
him?
him.
Yeah.
I think he
Okay.
dropped off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably trying to
He'll come back in.
reconnect. Right.
Yeah, he'll reconnect. In the meantime, let's extend that love. Y'all open up your hearts and your mics and show some love to Black Noise.
Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey y'all, what's up? How y'all doing? Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Cool. How y'all doing tonight?
Hanging.
Man, Nemo and CP kind of, I had something I needed to write, but then I was like, nah, I'm gonna come in to the thing, but they pushed me out because they just motivated me so much to just like start writing. So I had to go do that. I'm not done with the P shit, but here's what I'm working on. Much love and blessings to the space. The truth is that I'm a lonely loner looking for loosely labeled love in the leaves of low-lit labyrinths, lined in toxic tip thorns and thistles, longing for lightning to strike these frigid fingers and lips to perfectly paint profound poems and sturdy pews to preach from, saturating stoic stanzas, slowly simmering savage dreams, mind muddled memories that smell crock pot cooked, that feel like the strength of a great aunt's hands, a grandmother's smile, a mother's love pop on the back of the neck when you don't keep still while getting your hair combed, a hot comb fresh off stove and sizzling blue magic grease, everything that caused trauma and ran it away all balled up into a poem, the nerve of you to pose a question pretentiously asking if I were or was a poem. I am poetry, a conduit of divine word, conversation sent by God, a holy report sent to stare straight into the soul of man, a suffering scribe on ass backs, pens be cavalry. Poetry sent to spit Gonzalez quick with Sylvester Lisp, hoping you get wet with truth, tearing out the tarnished typical, talking heavy. To tumble tall timber, witness wicked, whitewashed walls crumble, seeing the tree before the seed. This be vision. This shit ain't to tickle my fancy. I do this for and not for my health. I am this and this is thee. Tablet of my heart moved before this vessel, this body be temple scroll filled with revelations looking glass. I'm just working on it right now. But that's what I left for.
That's amazing. Oh, wow.
That was so amazing. I don't know if y'all can hear me, but that was amazing, Black Noise.
Thank you.
So, man, so, Artie, we hear you, man. Welcome back into the room. Black Noise, and that's gonna be an amazing piece when you finish it, bro. You pushing your pen.
Thank you. I appreciate y'all. Y'all help me. Definitely. Short piece. I wrote this in Jaws workshop. Could this be love? This electrifying energy radiating between our gaze, warding off this winter breeze, strolling as if the wind is at summer temperature. We reach our destination, sit table for two. Butterflies in my stomach turn into falcons while reaching for your fingertips in awe. The shine of your skin brightens, blending sparks of caramel hues, tavern lights finding a place to rest on your cheekbones. I try to take deep breaths, but the vault of your presence has a time limit on my inhale. We dance, even though my nerves force my knees to become gelatin. Amazing how your touch gives my legs courage. Could this be love? For some reason, I've been running from this moment. Never was afforded or welcomed the grace to be vulnerable. This must be a dream, some kind of trick. The way you look at me, how deep this feeling is, sensation penetrating my flesh while you caress my face. Fills up an empty space. Wish I could blame it on the sex. The rush, the wave of pure serenity sensually stirring my soul, something I've never felt before, comfortable in this discomfort. Don't know if I've learned enough to reciprocate, frantically trying to figure out where to place my heart. Afraid my IQ might be too low. Monogamy was never the tough jacket I thought about trying on. Until now, but I never want this moment to end. So I'll give us my best shot. Could this be love? Peace.
Wow.
Yeah, woohoo! Yeah.
Amazing.
Come on, Noise. Crazy, bro.
I love that piece so much. That's really, I'm a true love junkie. So, it's just take it for every moment it's worth. And if a death ever comes, to die the good death and never regret a second of it. True love is rare. It's hard to find.
Yeah,
Can't control it, can't own it, can't possess it. That's all I'll give you. That's the lasting ticket. You're never the other person, but it's worth it.
Indeed. Thank you. Thank you all.
And I remember that workshop. Great, right? It was a good, amazing experience that evening. It was, man. Thank you for bringing that back and sharing that with us tonight.
Indeed.
Right. Shout out to my brother, Coach Josh Smalls. I don't know if he's still in with us. He might be taking care of my niece. But shout out to that energy. Okay, he said good night. Good night to you too, brother. We love you.
Good night, Coach. And
Good
thank
night, Coach.
you, Vegas. Thank you.
Mr. Witz, is there going to be a recording of that anywhere? Because I with the piano, I didn't hear as much as I wanted to. I'd love to find out what the hell happened. Is there going to
Hopefully
be?
this one will go through and we'll have it up in the next day or two, okay? I'll
Cool, cool.
make sure it
Yeah,
hits your DM
yeah.
once it's posted, all right?
That'd be beautiful. I love it. That was
Magic.
way past scary into good.
Yeah, that was definitely magic, man. I'm glad we was able to capture that experience. Mhm. Let me get this last artist in because I'm past my bedtime.
Yes.
Yeah. But it's all good. It was well worth it. It's like going over the time in a slam, you know, it's well worth the wait. It's well worth the listen. And I'm glad you all came and shared tonight. With that being said, y'all can show some love to Black Noise one more time.
Woohoo! Yeah.
And while y'all loving on Black Noise, open up your hearts and your mics and let's show some love once again to my brother Artie Fox.
How y'all doing tonight? I'm sorry for the difficulties. I'm not sure what happened, but I'm here. I'm gonna share a couple of pieces. Thank y'all for having me. But y'all can't hear me though before I start talking.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes,
Yeah.
we can.
Okay. All right. This first piece, well, both of the pieces, I'm writing a comic for the first time. I've been a poet for a long time, but I'm finally just dipping into something else. I'm gonna write my first comic based upon a manga series that I've been working on myself. And these two poems are kind of the intros to them in a way. So here we go. I am Asta, currently being ostracized. Through Andre's view, I mean an outcast eyes, accepting my wants and answering my own whys. I mean, rather it was me plotting or actually taking the world over with Pinky and the bro. It was Brain. Or all ideas I had a match for him. Or kind of finding the Dragon Balls with Goku and the crew, switching platforms as I adapt to him. Or Timmy Turner and the Odd Parents. I would swing through, with Aladdin there. Genie offered me a few wishes, like Artie, you should rap for him. But at the end of each show, no matter how many villains, plans I messed up or I stepped on, the question was, what's your magic? Can you break it down for us? Like Artie, what's the best form? And honestly, I didn't have a step for it. Because my magic was never giving up. Through world wars with monsters and goblins, magnificent powers, all we had was us. But being me, no matter what, through all the crazy stuff, God overblessed me with trust in him and in myself. So although my magic was me, it was rare I ever needed any mythical help. Just standing there on top of things, made up my mental, always had God around me on my waist like a spiritual belt. Every time I was fearing my doubt, disappearing and reappearing through those clouds, dragons sprouting. I wasn't there for clout. So ducking and blazing, fire swarms and ice form blocks with just my bare hands and faith in God. Fighting for freedom, I never had a reason to stop until I stopped. And God was like, Fox, don't forget about each and every one of your friends, though. No longer blowing your thoughts off. Connections so soft, like the first Nintendo, extra elastic at times. They give me structure, so no matter how flexy it gets, my spirit can never actually bend, though. So my magic, it wasn't just not giving up. It was the people God gave me to help me when I couldn't help me. Their hands and hearts are watching. Even now, they're picking me up. All right. This next one is called Chopped. Relationship after relationship, the same basics. I mean, they start off great, and by the end, I don't know why, but we both start hating, not forgetting each other for those many mistakes and shit like, oh, we faking shifts, not showing or coming to family events extra late to trips. I mean, but told she had to be a strong Black woman. So getting comfortable with the people around her, being fakish. So bending to find common ground, it made her storm off, talk her stuff behind her back. That Arthur means start to ball her fists. I'm thinking, I chose her every time though. I mean, far from crazy, I already saw the fits. I mean, lack of self-love, because most of that heart she gained giving self-confidence. But why did I miss her the most? But those doors, I no longer want them open. I didn't know on my soul, her vibes, they were so potent. Coming to the conclusion with myself, y'all, I have a dangerous obsession with my favorite flavor female. And the flavor, well, it's broken. And I know that might seem odd or off. Like, Artie, what does broken taste like? And can you please break it down? Is there a subject or is there a cause? I'm thinking, y'all, broken kind of tastes like peace. Only poorly manufactured. So the more you indulge, the more you start to crack your teeth. Broken kind of tastes like freedom. Just a poor sense of it. So after frolicking for too long in an empty space outside of yourself, I can't even get a hint of it. Broken kind of tastes like empathy. Only after trying to put myself in other people's shoes for so long, I had to missing all those organic vibes that God, he actually sent for me. And I'm thinking, why do all those points remind me of me? Poorly manufactured and overdoing it so much, I can't even find my peace. Putting myself in other people's shoes for so long, I look down and I can't even fit my sneaks. I guess that obsession was with myself. Me looking at ways that I was open, drifting, thinking that this was ways that I was coping, coming to the conclusion that I am not obsessed with my favorite female. Nah, y'all. I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed with broken. That's my piece. Thank y'all for y'all time. As always, Mr. Witts, much love to you.
Wow. Thank you, brothers. Thank you for being here. Thank you for fighting through
Wow.
the difficulties and coming back and sharing that energy with us, man. Y'all open up your mics and show some love to my brother Artie Fox.
Artie,
Woo!
way to close us out.
Always dope, bro. Fire.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
Much love to you. Much love.
I'm obsessed with broken. Wow. Fire.
Tonight has been a beautiful night. I don't really know what to say. Like, I'm just really grateful that you all came and spent this time and have been influential to each other, not afraid to say so. I think that's the biggest thing that we have is that we can say it to each other while we have that time to say, you influenced me, you impacted me. Something that you said triggered in me. And I love the fact that this room ain't afraid to do that. And I just hope that we can carry it beyond these spaces and do it in person. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. Y'all please open up your mics and just show some love to one another as we close out tonight.
Mr. Witts, this is a beautiful space, and I know I'm not alone when I say I treasure it as a place I hope is always here. So thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
everyone.
you,
Thank you for
everyone.
being so welcoming to me, readings for my first
Love you
time.
all.
Love you
It was
Absolutely.
all.
wonderful.
Hope
Absolutely
everyone comes
wonderful. Thank
back.
Yes.
Much love,
Yes,
everybody.
love to have everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for the
Great.
space.
Thank
Good
you for the
night.
space. Thank you, Gifted. Thank you, Different, for keeping them in line.
Thank you,
That she do. That she do. I'll tell you, because it's been one of those nights, and I've just been staring at the screen and trying to comment and all that, and I've been all over the place, and she definitely been keeping me balanced. That's why she's my other half. I appreciate you for keeping that for me, love, for doing that for us.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you, Mr.
Yeah,
Wood.
thank you, Gifted.
All right.
See everyone
Great
around.
night, everyone. We look forward to
Peace.
next week and seeing you on the social media.
Yes,
Peace. Have an
as
excellent
soon as
night.
we can get this up, we'll make sure that we get it sent out to the
Yes, yeah,
DM so that you all can go back and review and watch it again.
yeah.
That being
Was a
said,
great night.
peace and
Thank you,
blessings,
C.
everybody.
Santos.
Thank you.
Rest well, Mr. Wicks.
Thank you, Gifted, too,
Thank
for
you
doing what
so
you
much.
do there.
Thank you, Cece. I enjoyed the collab.
Oh.
And I
Yes,
got y'all
yes.
side by side. That was amazing.
Oh, nice job. I appreciate that. You got my
Thank you.
email?
Yes,
You
sir.
guys do an email like the day of with the link?
Oh, we could. I think usually they send it out.
I do that for my Sunday thing. I just I send it to myself, and then I create a group thing in the thing. So I just got to type in the name of the group, and it puts it all in the BCC, and nobody gets anybody else's email.
Oh, that's true.
It's
Yeah.
a one shot deal. So you got just the same thing with the URL.
Absolutely. Okay. We can do that. We can definitely do that.
Yeah. Because I'm just tired of looking all these different places for the email, because
Right.
somebody IG, somebody's in Facebook, somebody else is on Twitter. They're all over the place. And then sometimes it's a message, sometimes it's a phone call, sometimes it's a post. And you want to